Now we're live.
Ah,
Damn it.
My ears.
I'm sorry.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Ragnarok actual play. Tonight we're going to be playing Scum and Villainy. This is, I don't know if we've officially come up with a name for this campaign, but you're all horrible pirates. Villains and Scum. I think we make that joke every single time.
It's hilarious. So, it's the first time I'm hearing it.
We got the hat trick now. So I'm Ryan, and I'm going to be GMing this game. Why don't you guys go through and introduce your characters? This is the order I have, so if you guys want to stick with this, I have Chris, Eric, Mike, Alex, Steve, and me.
Oh, I'm first?
Yeah.
All right, well, my character is Yeast, and Yeast is a brain slug.
Oh, God.
That's what I got for you.
So you should tell Eric what Yeast pilots around, or who Yeast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I probably should. So Yeast has these two small boys that he swaps between because brain slugs don't need to sleep, but the people he's driving around do. So one is green, and the other is purple.
Oh.
And they're small boys, young boys, not small. They're regular sized.
I see.
So he kind of is like where it's his look on the character sheet, I just wrote snot. I kind of picture him like Nickelodeon Gag, but with little spiky things that he sticks into your spine and then controls your every movement.
Oh, good.
Like that.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm done, I think.
Oh, so I'm next?
I believe so, yes.
Being Eric?
We have a new player joining us this evening.
I'm Eric, the aforementioned new player. I will be playing Daybreak. She, because they let me do this, is a pony from Equestria, the planet Equestria. She has a soft orange coat and a white mane. She's a unicorn. And she is, I wouldn't say addicted, but she's a big fan of Poison Joke, which is a drug-like herb that plays jokes on you with transformative effects.
How was Equestria destroyed?
What?
He's not the GM. You don't have to answer that. It's okay, Eric. It's
a single tear falls down.
It was all that controlling the sun and the moon. Tore the planet in half.
I have to go. I forgot I can't play this.
I'm sorry.
So Mike?
Yes, I am. I'm playing Blort. He's a Glerm. He's a large blubbery alien, and he's sort of a scholar. And I think he's basically the brains of the operation at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Who's the pinky or something?
I mean, you are the guy who said, "Put me in the cannon and shoot me," and that's what we did. So.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
It actually was.
Oh, good. I was right. Like always.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
It did. And Akos.
All right. I am playing Evander Krynid, but he goes by Tongue. He is the mechanic of the group, along with his genius pet Tumbert and his little drone Winky.
Does Winky only have one eye?
No, that's racist.
I'm sorry.
He has no eyes. He's a drone.
Wow.
He has sensors. And yes, he only has one sensor, for your information.
He was built to be vision impaired.
Why?
It doesn't say what he was built for, so he has lots of sensors. He has a million optical sensors. He
Damn.
has so much vision that it overwhelms him and he can't see anything.
I'm so jealous. And last but not least, we have Steve.
Hello, I am playing. Are
you all right?
I'm a giant spider covered in other smaller spiders.
Yeah, I agree with your sentiments.
Yeah, and that's the only that was the first humanoid sound that I learned, and that's my name. I am a member of a horrific death cult that worships terrifying humanoid child, and therefore, kind of thinks that Chris might be my god, or Chris's characters. I have a vice of faith and must preserve humanoids for my dark goddess.
Oh, I'm not a humanoid, so you don't have to preserve me, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
he
you're fine
doesn't.
by me.
Or the rest of Equestria.
What?
Don't worry, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing happened to Equestria. Equestria is fine.
That's right. It is.
Except for all the dead
Always will be.
I mean,
For
I guess
now.
it's as fine as places can be in this universe, but we'll get to that later.
Equestrian
And
is
I am
fine.
playing a
It was
mystic.
always a smoking hole, right?
No.
Anyway, Steve, as Steve said, he's playing a mystic.
Yes.
Prove it.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So when we last left our heroes, they had just planned and executed a double job, where they stole from some weapons from a smuggler named Rocco Pava.
Uh-oh. That sounds scary.
And they also raided a ship transport that happened to be transporting the governor's personal shuttle called the Corsair, which they have absconded with. And they have amassed now quite a large reputation in the Breck system. You guys have 2 wanted, and your wanted clock is half full. I'm sorry. So you still have like a couple more actions before you burn off some of that. No heat though. You just bumped that up last time. So we went through the heat phase of the downtime. Now we get into, for the players who were with us last time, everybody gets 2 downtime actions. So I'll ask you guys, where are you retreating to after pulling your job to have your downtime?
Are we heading back to that like pirate place we were at? Don't we have to sell the stuff that we stole, or did we just hand wave that?
I think we just hand wove that.
I think we were hiding on the bright wind, a large gas cloud ejected by the star. Blah blah blah.
The Echo
Now
Wave
used
Rider.
race grounds for the Echo Wave Riders.
Right. I think we said at the end of last session that you met up with your contact from the group that you were selling the weapons to. Let's see. I believe you were selling them to the Diranek gang.
Eric's favorite gang.
So if I remember correctly, I actually don't have the ship sheet in front of me.
I think Chris has that.
Yeah, was somebody else tracking that?
No, I have it. I
All
was
right.
just muted when I was answering.
Gotcha. So how much money do you guys have currently?
The usual
Cred,
amount.
right?
Cred, yeah.
2.
All right.
I
and
mean, 5.
I believe Chris.
It only goes up
No,
to 4.
I'm pretty sure we got paid because my
You all
character
have
has
credit.
money. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we went through payoff and upkeep, heat, and entanglement. So we're up to downtime now. So you guys are heading back to the cloud. What is it? Brightwind.
Where is the gate that we need to go to?
Which gate?
Which gate?
Gate
Because
6.
we're
Gate
going to a
6.
different system, right?
Yeah, that's the way that you actually burn off heat and wanted level that you have. You have to go to a different system and stay there for a while. I believe that the gate is at the other side of the Brex system.
Is that what we're doing this game, or are we just going to bounce through that and say that's what's happening?
Oh wait, I think didn't this game we said we were gonna go after the. Weren't we gonna go after the governor or whatever that we stole the ship from or something like that?
Oh, God.
Yeah, the regional governor. He's actually in a different sector, so I think that's more of an eventual thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, honestly, we should just lay low before we try to get through the gate, right? That's where security is.
But we have to get through the gate to lay low. That's the only way that our wanted level is going to go down.
Well, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about lowering like stress and stuff.
Yeah, well, so we're doing downtime activity. One of the activities you can do is to indulge your vice to lower your stress. So I'm asking you guys, where do you want to do that? Do you want to go back to the cloud? Do you want to go to one of the planets of the system? There's a jungle planet. There's Nightfall is there's like a city. Let's see. It has 13 moons. The name for the frequent eclipses caused by the planet's 13 moons. Their erratic movements make night only predictable by computer. The city of Yaw is nestled where night and day last between 2 and 12 hours each. It bustles with economic activity and is a frequent destination for tourists and traders.
Let's go there.
Sure.
Plus, I think it would be kind of funny if it turned out Daybreak lived in night, whatever it was called.
Nightfall.
Nightfall.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So are you guys going to the city of Yaw then?
Yeah.
Chris is
Yaw.
Yeah.
Yaw.
Y'all, let's go.
All right. So it's kind of a hip happening trading town. It's the closest thing that you get to high culture out here in the Brex system. The fashion and the music is all like maybe a couple of years behind what it is in the inner system. But you know, people come here when they want to feel a bit more civilized, let us say. So what do you guys want to do with your downtime?
Dance.
I want to burn off stress 100%.
2 downtime actions.
Everybody gets 2. That's correct.
Not me.
First, I'm going to burn off some stress.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Get to
What
indulge
dice
your
do we
vice.
roll?
Yeah. So, Lord, what vice are you indulging?
I am going to eat as much as I can and sleep as much as I can.
Right.
That sounds like the vice I indulged today.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
So I'm gonna say that there's a place where you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's a different vice.
The aviary.
It is Fong's all-you-can-eat buffet and capsule hotel.
Yeah, I'm going to fit in a capsule.
Maybe get 2.
I'm going.
They do have those double wides for the guests with a little extra girth.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go there and I'm going to do that. Does that cost cred or something?
So what you do is you roll dice equal to your lowest attribute.
Right.
And then you clear stress equal to the highest die results. But if you beat your stress that you current have, you overindulge.
Okay. So my lowest is 0, which means I roll at a negative, which is 2d6 lowest, I believe.
Yeah, it's you roll 2, drop the lowest, the highest rather. Excuse me.
Yes, that's correct. So 3.
Okay, so you can clear 3 stress.
Oh man.
So
I feel like I figured out like the way to cheat or something. So I'll never go over. Just by being really dumb. All right, yeah, that's. Oh, I get one more. What? I don't have the page open. What else can we indulge in or do?
So you can acquire an asset. You can craft something. You can indulge your vice. You can lay low. You can work on a long-term project. You can recover if you have damage. If you have harm.
I don't. I dodged that.
You can repair the ship, or you can train.
Ooh, what's training?
You mark 1 XP for an attribute or your playbook XP, and you can train a given XP track only once per downtime.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. So this is I'm picturing like there's a bunch of weird aliens at an all-you-can-eat buffet, like spooning live insects out of a steam tray. When the door bursts open and Blort like stumbles in, just like shoves people out of the way, grabs like a handful of the wriggling insects and stuffs them into his mouth, just picks up an entire steam tray and trundles off to one of the double wide capsules, just like slams the door.
I mean, that's close to what happens. Blort comes in and he eats all the food in the place. And they try to kick him out, and he just falls asleep on the floor, and they don't know what to do about it.
They're like trying to push him and roll him out, and they just can't eat him.
They can't. He's huge. I have written on my sheet that he weighs 1 imperial ton, because the
sounds like a lot.
Because the hegemon has outlawed the metric system. And as far as I'm concerned, that's canon.
Those bastards. So yeah, there's a bunch of like confused hotel employees standing around Blort, just like, do we get the repulsor hand truck or?
Yeah, it requires
already repulsed.
but his species isn't unknown. There's ways to deal with him.
Tractors.
Yeah, stuff like that. Anything that doesn't piss them off, basically.
Forklifts.
And I'll tell you right now, if they forklift him out of there, he will not wake up. And he will be fine with that. They might have special glurm removal services that you could call. He paid for his meal, though.
1-800-GET-GLURM.
Glurm movers.
Yeah, I got a big glurm over here.
They just have like they rope you off. There's a sign that says "Beware of Glurm."
That sounds right. Yeah, I could see that. It's not an illegal species, but it's damn close.
But it should be.
Yeah,
they would have you removed, but you paid for your meal, so.
All right, I think that's it then. That's my 2 actions.
All right. So since Eric is next up, why don't we explain how Daybreak came to be with this crew?
How?
Dude, you should listen to everybody do what they're doing, and then you can jump in on one of those.
Okay,
yeah.
Sure, that works. So, Chris, what do you want to do for your downtime?
I can't tell if we have damage to our ship because if we do, I'll repair that. But I don't. Is that what those little boxes are by engines and hull?
I think
No,
the
that's our
top track is how many points you have. The bottom track is damage.
Okay. All right. So then we don't need to repair the ship. I don't have. I think I indulged in my. I remember indulging in my vice last time. I don't have any stress right now.
lucky.
All right, so then you don't need to do that. You can train in something if you want to mark off XP. Just tell me like what you're training in.
Yeah. Those are those little tracks, right? Inside prowess and resolve.
Right. You can mark off one of those, or you can just do your playbook and train up toward another special ability.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, I'll put a mark in my playbook.
Okay. So what are you doing to train?
Hmm.
Boxing Blart.
While he's asleep.
Probably the safest time.
I mean, we don't have a gym on the ship, so it's probably the best punching bag we got.
I wouldn't recommend attacking Blort.
What if?
Well, Chris's character is a little boy. I imagine him slapping you wouldn't wake you up.
What if I have my two kids, the two children, sit back to back, and I nestle in between their necks and control them both at the same time as they juggle clubs like over their heads? You know, like one throws it and the other catches it. Even though they can't see each other, they just juggle.
Okay. So you make like a horrifying gestalt entity out of two small children?
Well, I mean, they're not physically connected. I'm just in between their necks and connected to both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah. I imagine this is improving my coordination or something.
Sure. So anybody who walks into the cargo bay at one point during the day while Yeast is training sees his two children like wide-eyed and sweating, tossing things to each other and like completing a puzzle behind their backs where only the goo pile that is Yeast can see what they're doing.
Am I supposed to be with the crew already, or am I joining in this scene? In this bunch of scenes?
You could just jump in on one if you like.
Okay.
We could retcon and say that you were at the all-you-can-eat buffet, or, I'm sure someone's going to do a scene that doesn't take place on the ship. At least I hope.
I am. I'm going to do one. What's your magic alien power, Eric?
I have unicorn powers. I could I could do minor telekinesis and then just other little magical effects. Like it's hard to explain without watching this show, but they usually have powers based on
telekinesis.
What?
Just minor telekinesis?
I mean, for more stress, I could do something bigger.
Well, your introduction could have been levitating Blort out of the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Ooh, yeah. That would be a stressful thing for her to do, but she could do it.
Yeah, that's not minor telekinesis right there.
I know, that's why I was asking.
If you want to spend 2 stress, you could bring Blort home and we could play out that scene.
Or you could meet me at the Carax table. That's where I'm going to be spending my downtime action.
I don't know if I should be spending stress this early. I don't even remember how stress works. So
no, you don't want to. Go to the Corax table. Do some gambling.
Okay. So I'll wait for Alex's scene then.
All right.
Or you could just turn up in the ship, like all of a sudden we're just like, why is there a pony here?
Guys,
Yes,
does anyone else see a rainbow unicorn? Or is there an engine leak that I need to address?
I'm only 2 colors.
Hey, I'm orange.
I'm the new captain.
Wait, what's your character class, Eric?
Speaker, I think.
Oh, speaker. Yes, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the talk one.
All right. So in that case, Chris, what is your second action? I'll remind you of what you can do.
Yeah, please do.
So you can acquire an asset, which will be something that will help for a future job. You can craft something. You can indulge your vice, but you don't have any stress. You can lay low to reduce the heat.
Should I do that here?
Actually, no. So excuse me. You have to be in a different system to lay low.
Okay, so I can't do that.
Yeah. You can work on a long-term project. Like Akaz is working on building a workshop on the ship. So that's his project that he's working toward. If you have any harm, you can recover. The ship's not damaged, so you can't really repair, and you already trained, but you could train in a different XP track if you want.
And what was the thing I could obtain? Something that'll help us later on. Obtain a what?
Acquire an asset.
Is that just like in general or something specific? How does that one work?
So you, let me see. What it says on the cheat sheet is you roll crew quality, and the result indicates the quality of the asset using the crew's quality as the base. So I would let you keep that as like a vague story item for now, since we don't have any plans except to. I think the job for this session is going to be getting through the jump gate. Is that correct, you guys?
Sounds like it
I
should
guess
be.
so. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you could say like get a fake transponder or something if you don't already have one, or
I'll do that.
I have to come up with another downtime action.
So what am I rolling? Our ship's what?
the crew quality.
Is that? It looks like it's nothing.
Yeah, then it's nothing.
So I don't roll anything.
So you
So
roll
I can't do that one either, really.
You
Crew
roll
quality of
2d6.
nothing sounds about right to me.
You roll 2d6 and you drop the higher one.
Okay.
I thought our crew quality was like 1.
No, you have to buy your crew quality up to 1.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, there's nothing filled in on it on this sheet. All right, so I roll 2d6, and I'm going to take the better number, which was 6.
No, the worst number. You drop the higher one. 5. Okay. So who are you going to acquire this item?
I don't know. Mr. Camelman.
Okay. where is Mr. Camelman located on Nightfall?
Desert.
Desert. It's a nightclub.
It checks out.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? The Oasis, the bar.
Okay. So we see a
He's got a humpback.
we see a nightclub. You know, people are dancing. Everybody's covered in like LEDs and like glowing clothing. If it were on Earth, if it were on Earth, everybody would be high on ecstasy. The enormous alien bouncer with 4 eyes walks over to you and like tries to stop the small child from wandering into the club. When a voice from the bar goes, "Hey man, he's cool," and then the bouncer like looks up
Mr. Camelman, isn't he?
and
can we say he looks like Cool Joe Camel?
yeah, I was thinking that exact thing. He's just like smoking a cigarette, standing behind the bar with his humpback. Hey, Eastman, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right, I guess. I'm learning all sorts of things, so I'm having fun.
You swap any stories with any cool slug people lately, man?
Oh yeah. Guess what? This guy, George Michelson Stevenson III.
I never heard of that cat, but go on.
Yeah, no, like 4 people know him, but he's got 800 pennies.
Wow, man, that's a lot of pennies.
I know.
Anyway, you are technically riding a child, so I can't serve you liquor. But what you want, man? What can I get you?
Yeah, no, I don't need my mount here to get drunk anyway. I'm really looking for a transponder. I need to get out of the sector and on the down low.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I think I might have just what you need right here. He reaches under the bar with his camel hooves and pulls up a brown package that he puts on the bar, and he says, "It's on the house, man. You know we go way back. I can't let you pay for this."
Wow, that's great because I don't have any money.
Just be careful, man. There was this rad looking kitten come in here. She was asking about you and your crew. I think she's looking for you, man.
Oh no, did she know what I look like?
She had your picture, man. She just doesn't know where you are.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to get some new mounts.
I mean, you were all over the HoloNet after you busted out of prison. That was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe I can use them for a little bit longer.
Just be careful if you see her coming, because she looks like she means business. She's got like this weird gnarly scar and short hair and an exosuit.
Are we being hunted by Samus Aran?
So, just out of character, the complication that I rolled last time was bounty hunter.
Just so you know, one of my like negative friend thing for my character that I played last time, Mil Isobrian, is a bounty hunter named Batro.
Yes, I am also being hunted by a bounty hunter named Chanzek.
Okay.
There's a noble that doesn't like me. That's
I really
all.
hope Blort manages to eat one of these bounty hunters.
Is that something that
He
Glenn
will.
do?
So anyway, Mr. Camelman slides you the package and makes you a Shirley Temple, and you enjoy the music, and then somebody leads him away by the bridle because it's the end of his shift. All right, so why don't we go with Steve next?
Okay. I am going to.
Are you're swapping back to Wiggles?
Yeah, but should I? Should I do
do
downtime as
do the
Mil?
downtime for Mill? Yeah.
Okay.
That way, if you have any stress, you can clear that. And
I will probably just indulge my vice twice then
okay.
to clear stress.
What is Mill's vice?
So Mill goes and knocks on the door to Oz room.
Goes and knocks on the door.
Yeah. And it opens into like a wide, what used to be a storage container or something, with several dark hanging body-shaped things all around.
A lot of
Hanging from
webbing.
Yeah, a lot of webbing. You know, Halloween decor. And he says, "All right, I helped. Now give me what you owe me." And all of a sudden, a web shoots out, and he just gets sucked in.
Okay.
So Mill's vice is to be sent back into Oz hellscape with her goddess. because he likes it.
Okay.
Because Oz Hellscape is actually just like the symbol space that you put Damien in. It's like just a little kid frolicking around in a.
Oh, you gotta bring Daybreak sometime.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't mind being like fed on by a spider while you're having hallucinations of a child frolicking around in a meadow.
These things happen.
Some of those things are okay with me.
Oh wait, I forget. What do I roll before I roll something?
You take your lowest attribute, which is the thing above your actions. So either insight, prowess, or resolve.
Okay, so it's just the one with the lowest number in it, right?
Yeah.
So what do you roll? 1d6. Two. So I cleared 2.
Yep.
Good thing I did it twice.
All right. So you briefly come out of your.
I told them.
You briefly come out of your stupor to feel. Not
that much better.
Yeah.
That wasn't the deal. Put me back under.
And then your vision goes blurry, and you're back to frolicking around the meadow. Yes. So you rolled twice. Did you overindulge?
Yeah. So I will be out for this game, or he will be out for this.
Okay, so it says you made a bad call due to your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. What did you do?
I had the spider put me back under after I had already been down one time.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, so you're gonna be
going again.
You're gonna be frolicking in the meadow for a while, and I guess you're playing as Wiggles, which works. And Akos.
Well, first, I'm going to hit the Carax tables.
Okay.
I'm going to win this time. Last time I didn't do well, and I owed some money. This time, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to win.
How good of a Carax player are you?
I guess we're going to find out.
All right. So
I
where
mean, I do it a lot, so I'm not terrible.
Right, and you manage not to lose your shirt.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I'm going to the Oasis.
Okay. So you catch a ride over there with Yeast.
Ride.
Yep.
That same alien bouncer. There's like a VIP area with a velvet rope, with a dark smoky corner where a bunch of weird aliens are playing Carax. There's like a dealer with a little. It's a dealer bot. He has a little painted on vest and bow tie, and it is dealing out the Carax cards. Did we decide it was cards? I forget.
I think it's card. I feel like it's one of those sci-fi trope card games where like the cards are octagonal and have a bunch of weird shapes and symbols on them, and everyone just plays basically like it's poker, but it's Carax.
I like that.
I feel like we should make it a little weird though. So I'm gonna say that you slide into one of the empty chairs, and the dealer hands you like a freshly sterilized IV needle that you slide into your arm.
Okay.
And there's just like a little tube next to you that fills with like your blood or your life essence or whatever. It's kind of like vaguely glowing, and you wince in pain as it fills.
That's my auntie. Can we play now?
Commencing deal.
Excuse me. The pony that's sitting at the table, at the Carax table, speaks up. Are you positive that we have to put this needle in to join the game? This is very unlike the things we used to do at home.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the most important part. It shows that you're committed to playing to the end.
Well,
You can't trust a person who won't add their essence to the table.
Oh, I mean, I am here for new experiences, so it doesn't hurt too much, right?
I mean, it hurts about as much as getting poked by a needle.
I have had that done.
Well, that's how much it hurts. Because that's what it is.
And what is all that? What is the goo there?
It's blood.
Oh, I thought you were saying like it's like an essence. Okay.
Oh, no. You add your essence to the essence of the table. The glow comes from the holograms a little bit, kind of gussy it up. Sometimes if you're playing like a real backwater place, everyone just kind of takes a knife and cuts their hand and squeezes some blood into a bowl. It's a ritualistic component of the game.
There's a weird alien with like, it looks kind of like a slug with eye stalks, and it says, "First time playing Carracks, eh?"
Oh yeah, yes. It's a new experience for me.
Well then, welcome to the table.
Thank you. My name is Daybreak. It's nice to meet you. Oh, and you too. I should have. That was terribly unfriendly of me. I sincerely apologize.
That's all right. I'm Tongue. I turn to the slug guy, and you just keep your stalks on your cards, buddy.
All right, I see I'm dealing with a pro here. Can we just play the game?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you roll to indulge your vice.
So what do I roll again?
So you pick your lowest attribute.
Attribute is the
That's
top.
Insight, prowess, or resolve. So it's the first column of all of the skills under it.
Right. Okay. So that's 1. And I just roll 1 die.
Yeah.
All right. I rolled a 4.
All right. How much stress did you have?
5.
Okay, so you clear 4 stress. So we cut back, and it's kind of the end of the night, and the little tube next to you, Tongue, is kind of a little bit more full than it was before, and
you bet your blood in carrot. I like it.
Yeah.
I walk away. So, but when you win, you walk away with like a big bag of blood that then gets changed into money.
Yeah. The slug guy is tapped out. He's looking a little bit like desiccated and when and he's like, I think I can play another round.
Oh, buddy, I think you're done.
And then he just kind of like falls over, and the big alien bouncer comes and drags him out.
Oh goodness, he's looking a little worse for wear. Daybreak isn't looking too great herself, but
maybe you should bow out too, miss.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe yes, no. Oh, maybe yeah. I'm a little tired.
There's no shame in knowing what your limits are. Carracks is an acquired, well, I don't want to say skill. Parts.
That is a lesson we learned back home, that you should never work too hard, because like you should, exactly what you said, you should know your limits, and I think I found mine.
Also, you're kind of small. You might not physically have as much blood as other creatures. That kind of puts you at a disadvantage at the Carracks table.
Yeah. Thank you for the friendship lesson. I think I'll. Whew. I think I'm done.
You look just about ready to pass out. Look, I think I'm going to cash myself out. I got a ship not too far away. We don't have a doctor per se, or a medical bay, but
medical bay.
We got a bunk. Wait, no, we don't. Well, we have floor space.
Oh, I mean, the floor is. It's an improvised
It's a floor.
Improvised resting place, really?
No, it's a floor. But you're welcome to crash there while you regain your senses.
Oh, that's so very kind of you. Thank you so much. She reaches out for what would be a handshake if she had a hand.
Tongue like reaches awkwardly and like rotates his hand around and finally just like wraps his hand around her hoof and shakes it up and down awkwardly.
It sways her a little bit because now she's a little
Tongue
busy.
Tongue pulls the needle out of his arm and lets out like a little satisfied grunt and sticks it back into its receptacle. And then takes his bag, which is much fuller with all sorts of blood than before.
You seem to have done very well for yourself. That's...
Well, I play a lot.
It's not a long walk to your ship, is it?
We'll get a cab.
Oh, good.
I cash out my blood and escort Daybreak back to the ship. Listen, you're not afraid of spiders, are you?
Oh, no. All nature's creatures are beautiful.
All right, so you're not afraid of slugs?
I mean, they're a little slimy, but that's just...
What about giant toads? I mean, like really big.
Oh, I mean, frogs are very interesting creatures.
Oh no! Don't call him a frog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have some lessons on creatures, but I'm no Fluttershy.
It's okay. I'm just saying, he might eat you. He'll be fine.
What?
He'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll take your word for it, new friends.
All right.
Okay.
So, Daybreak, you've met a new friend and you learned a new game and you found out that it's not good to bet too much of your blood.
New experiences.
Yeah.
Go big or go home in an ambulance. That's the motto. That's a saying at the Carax table.
or go to a ship with a stranger.
Blood doping is a big problem in professional Carax.
Yeah.
All right. So for my second downtime, I'm going to work on my workshop.
Cool.
So I pick a skill to use for that, or
you pick a skill to use.
All right, well, I'm going to go with rig because I'm building stuff and I'm rigging, so it seems to make sense. So I have 2 rig dice. I got 2 4s.
2 4s. Okay. So again, you're running into that area where you can certainly work on your workshop. It's going to start to cost you a little bit of money, though. So do you have a cred you can burn?
Do I have a cred I can burn? I do not.
Okay. So
are you sure we did cred last game? I feel like we would have money.
Oh, I do. I had a Carax debt. I paid that off.
Oh,
okay. I think we each got 2 cred last game because I have 2 cred on my sheet.
And I had paid off a debt I had.
All right.
So I had no
in that case,
good credit.
You can either go into more debt to finance your workshop, or you can pick one of the characters on your sheet, your connections, and you owe them a favor now.
That's to get 1 box filled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, four I think would get you 2.
Okay. Well, because I also have so there'll be 3 because my starting ability from the mechanic is Tinker. When I work a clock with Rig or Hack, I fill +1 segment.
Okay. So it was an 8 clock, right?
It's a 6 clock.
6 clock. Okay. So how many segments were filled already?
That's 2. So if that's 3, that puts me at 5. So I'm not done.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, my wife just walked in the room. Anyhow,
Samaros!
I'm gonna say that I owe a favor to Len, a black market dealer.
okay.
He's getting me a part.
All right. So what is Len getting you? And
it's a work, probably like either some sort of 3D printer or like machining part, like fabricator, something along those lines, like an industrial fabricator.
Okay, that's cool. So where are you meeting Len for this thing?
He's a black market dealer, so maybe he's coming to me because I imagine an industrial fabricator is also not a handheld piece of equipment that I can just carry back. So it's probably like being delivered to the ship.
All right.
I called him to
bring it over.
To get it, and he's gonna. It was yeah, but you're gonna owe me, and now maybe he's gonna tell me what I owe him.
All right. So Len and a bunch of his hired hands show up in a truck where it's morning. For the time being, it's kind of you can see that overhead there's another moon that's going to make it evening again, just shortly. The Nightfall docks, the docks at Yaw are bustling with activity, and Len comes up to you. He's kind of a short, greasy guy with a mustache. And he's got like various like metallic teeth of different metal compositions. Like one of them's gold, one of them's steel, one of them is some kind of a titanium. And he smiles at you and he says, "Tongue."
Len. My best friend, so good of you to come by. Thank you for this.
I wouldn't have missed it, but this item here it's quite a big item, and it doesn't come cheap.
Oh, I know. That's why I appreciate you setting this up for me.
It just so happens that I have a connection in the IOTA system.
Well, of course, that's why I came to you.
I owe this man. Well, it's a bit of a dangerous parcel.
Are we heading to the IOTA system?
Hang on a second. I have to actually look this up. I think that Breck connects with IOTA. Yep, Breck connects with IOTA. I understand that's where you're headed, so tell you what, you deliver this cargo for me. We'll call it even.
Oh, that's got to be some pretty important cargo to square up an industrial fab like that.
It's not quite weapons grade star fuel, but it's a bit unstable. I got it from an off-brand refinery, shall we say?
Right, off-brand. Is it at least in a proper magnetic case?
Well, it's been a while since I replaced the magnetic batteries. It should last you. Just check up on it once in a while, and don't hit any bumps in space.
Right. Yeah. No bumps. Okay. And where exactly in IOTA do we need to bring this? or just to the IOTA system?
He gives you a name, which I am going to give you just in a moment.
Steven.
You need to bring it to Inori,
To Inori.
which is one of the planets.
Is that a place or is that
It's a planet.
In IOTA system.
Okay. Okay. You may have to. He gives you an address. It's a warehouse, and he tells you to ask for elbows.
Okay. Right. Ask for elbows. Well, you did get me the fab, so I will deliver this package for you. And if you see a new star in the sky, that probably means we failed.
Well, I'm sure Elbows will be in touch with me if he hasn't gotten this cargo soon.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I wouldn't want to keep a man like Elbows waiting. Or a woman, or other. I'll find out, I guess.
He's called that because he really likes macaroni.
Do you need a pony by any chance? I'm selling one for cheap.
I can't say that I do.
My loss. I shake Len's hand. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. So you see that they load up your industrial fab, which is the jailbroken model, so it'll print damn near anything without the usual hegemon restrictions.
Good. Break it.
But unfortunately, all of the menus are in alien glyphs. So you're gonna have to figure out how to reset the language on it.
All right. And how big is the package?
It's a fairly hefty package. It is in the magnetically sealed crate. You look at the energy readout on it. And it is looking a little low, but it should be fine to get you to IOTA as long as you don't hit any, snags along the way.
Right. Hey, Blort, could you come move this very, very carefully?
No, I'm tired.
Okay, I'll go get the mag jack. And I go get a magnetic pallet jack.
They'll load it up for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll let them do it.
Yeah, they bring it up. They catch sight of Wiggles, and then they all run screaming.
Yeah,
except for the slowest one.
Oh God,
he tries to run screaming. Doesn't so much happen.
Sorry, Len.
Len just kind of shrugs. And we'll find another one.
One less wage to pay.
Yeah. So that should be everybody, right?
That's
Yep. All right. So in that case, we drop back out into free play. You guys reset to 2 gambits.
I don't remember what that means.
It's a ship.
Yeah, so gambits are available to use for anybody anytime during a job.
I'm going to use them all now.
It buys you extra dice or a reroll, I think.
Oh man, now we have no gambits and you didn't even roll.
I'll just add them to the roll I did in the Rolls and Role Playing channel a little while ago.
Hey Ryan, I don't remember if we addressed this last time, but did Wiggles get a cut of the treasure or no? Because they were out.
I don't think so because they were out.
That's fine. Let's do this.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. If you don't do a job, you don't get a cut.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
It's fair. So I'm getting a cut, right?
You haven't done a job yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so it's about a day's journey to the gate. Yeast got you guys a fake transponder, which will obscure your ship's natural signature when you pass through the security scans. Do you want to do anything else to prepare?
Did anyone else wonder about all of a sudden there's this pony on board?
Nah, seems pretty normal.
Blort is not going to notice that unless you engage Blort. He's asleep somewhere inconvenient. Is how he works.
So yeah, if we want to do the scene where Daybreak gets to meet the rest of the crew.
I think that's a great idea.
They all seem so Daybreak.
Hold on, does Daybreak like glow or anything?
I mean, her horn glows when she uses her magic.
Oh, okay.
Not all the time, because it can all the time if you want.
I don't know. It'd be hard to tell when she's using her magic otherwise. What is there a joke?
Okay.
I guess there's a joke I'm missing.
If you persistently glow, then I have a kind of funny scene. But if you don't, then...
Well, maybe she's practicing some little bits of magic.
Okay.
Or you could be loading whatever belongings you have onto the ship with your telekinesis.
Yeah. That's true.
I think we see several scenes of Alex, what's your character's name?
Tongue.
Of Tongue like walking through hallways or through large areas, and Wiggles is just like stalking him above him, but then all of a sudden we see like the entire area brightens up and we see like Daybreak floating something through air, and like Wiggles reacts to the brightness and hisses and like jumps away in terror. So Daybreak is continually saving Tongue's life.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Daybreak like trots up and is all smiles, and she has a suitcase with like a big flower on it.
It has her cutie mark on it.
I forgot to ask. What is Daybreak's cutie mark?
It's a kind of a half like sun, like a sun. The top of the sun you see in the sunset with like cartoony with like sun rays coming from it.
If it's daybreak, it would be a sunrise, dumbass.
That's what I meant to say.
Jeez.
Sorry, there's a character named Sunset, and that jumped into my head.
Oh, you just went weird.
Good. I didn't want to hear it anyway.
Because ponies.
By the way, honey, Steve says Sbarros.
Ponies somehow seem to always have things that have their cutie mark on them. So,
right, well, are you guys gonna like do a scene with this?
So yeah, Daybreak just saved Tongue's life.
So I think after about the third time of that happening, Daybreak goes into her wherever her like living space is,
mm-hmm.
and
she's got a nice floor,
and she finds a spider there, a huge 8-foot spider, just kind of hanging from the ceiling.
So she's walking in, humming as she sets her bag down. Oh my goodness! That is the biggest. Oh, he told me there would be spiders on here. Okay, it's all right. Just a spider in the room. It's okay. It's sharing my living space. I'm all right. Hello, large spider.
That's Wiggles' room. You don't want to bunk in Wiggles' room.
Oh, the spider has his own room?
The spider is a member of the crew. His name is Wiggles. Well, actually, his name is...
Oh, is everything okay? What happens?
No, that's his name. Wiggles, say hi.
I'm a woman.
Yeah, you
sorry,
are.
sorry. Just the way you said that made me out of character laugh. She didn't laugh. I out of character laughed. Oh, well, hello, ma'am.
Why are you interfering with my hunting?
Am I? I was just moving my things in, although I suppose I'll be moving them out.
Can you be less bright?
Oh, no, this is just the way I am. I'm very personable.
No, the horn.
Oh. Well, I can't exactly float my possessions without the horn lighting up.
Wait, you were hunting on the ship?
Places around. Let's
Wiggle,
not get
we
into
talked about this, all right?
practicing. I need to perfect my skills.
You promised that you weren't going to hunt me anymore.
I promised that I wouldn't kill you.
Oh.
It's different promise.
Okay, well, I would appreciate it if you didn't hunt me either.
And what will I get in return?
Friends are not supposed to hunt each other. I know this.
Functional ship? Is that good? I'll leave air in your quarters. How about that?
I look at Daybreak and I say, please don't make assumptions about everyone's culture just based on your own.
Well, I thought it was a typical thing of all manners of friends, but I suppose I do have much to learn about friends in other places. Some friends hunt each other. Okay. Good to know.
Okay, but on this ship, we don't hunt each other.
Some friends don't believe that others' friends should hunt them, but this is a cultural difference. Okay.
On Shizun, a young one, when it reaches the age of adolescence, must hunt its mother and eat her in order to gain its wisdom. In order to gain her wisdom.
My mother is a chiropractor. I suppose it would help to know how to fix a back, but I don't.
Were you friendly with your mother?
Oh, very much so.
Well then, now you understand. Wiggles walks it. Well, scurries away.
I'm not sure I do.
Can we say, right after you say, I'm not sure we do, you feel someone tugging on your mane?
Oh.
And you look down and there's a small green boy and he laughs. Excuse me, miss.
Oh, yes, young man? Or
where's your spine?
Where's my spine? It's on my back.
Yeast, this is new crew member, maybe? Don't possess her.
I'd just like to know where they are, just in case.
Oh, I can't be possessed. Slavery, I know, in many places is illegal. I don't think that's only in our... When King Sombra would enslave the crystal ponies, I know that was a bad thing.
So, down your back, just like most other things?
Oh, yes, of course. It's right up there.
Thank you! And then he runs off.
Oh, it's okay. He needs a deed of possession to actually own me, and that's not something that's allowed anymore.
No, it wouldn't be owning you. That's Yeast. He is a parasitic brain slug that attaches himself to the spines of his hosts and takes over control of their bodies.
Oh, but he looks like a fine young boy.
I don't like the P word, Alex.
Yeah, well, if the shoe fits.
He looks like a fine young man.
Yeah, that's one of his hosts that was green. He never told us their names. He said he didn't want us to get attached.
But he does want to get attached. You get it? You see what I did there?
Yeah, so that's the green one. There's also a purple one. When he's not using one, the other one is asleep, usually, I think. I never really see them both around at the same time.
Or crying sometimes.
Well, should I protect my spine when I'm around him?
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
All right. I don't have much to protect my spine, but I'll make do.
Yeah. So who's
Yeah.
left? You still have to meet Blort.
We have a very interesting crew here.
Yeah. It's unique. It's a unique experience.
As
exactly
Yeast runs away, and wherever they're going, all of a sudden Wiggles lowers down from the ceiling slowly and says, "Do you desire the horse's spine?"
No. I need it intact just in case I need to ride the pony away.
Understood. And Wiggles scurries away again.
You know what? Blort is probably in the cargo bay. That's where he gets the most room to spread out.
All right.
Don't wake him up, though. You'll see him. He's really hard to miss.
Oh, so he's very distinguishable.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll look forward. I shouldn't go meet him now. You say?
I mean, you could go look at him, but like I said, he's probably asleep. He does that a lot.
Right.
I'm good to go take a look.
So, Blort, where are you asleep?
I am not in the cargo hold. I'm somewhere inconvenient. I'm blocking like one of the emergency exits or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And if you were to imagine Blort's size, if you ever watched the old X-Men cartoon, he's about as big as the Blob.
Oh God.
And he works pretty similarly, but he's an amphibian. And he's passed out over an emergency exit, and that's what he's doing. And he's very inconvenient. There's like maybe a couple of guys trying to like carry something through there, like an aquarium. Super risky, and they've got to like step over him, and he's just taking up the whole thing.
Oh. She speaks quietly so as not to wake him because she was instructed not to. That's I don't even. Oh, is this the toad? This is the toad they mentioned. Okay. Toads are big. She takes a note with some paper and a quill because they don't have pens.
Yeah.
Right, that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what I've gotten myself into, honestly.
I'm just picturing that Ralph Wiggum meme. I'm in danger.
Well, friendship has gotten me through lots of interesting situations. I'm sure I'll be fine. Now, where am I sleeping? Not with the spider, not with the toad, not with the spine children.
Enjoy your spine for now, small horse.
Right, spine child.
For now.
Actually, this ship is, while you're walking around, this ship is very big. It's a big ship. There's rooms.
Isn't there a Stitch on board too?
A what?
A Stitch? A doctor?
Yes.
Or have we not met them yet at all?
I think I made them. I forget that character's name.
I think they're just.
It was Dr. Ventriloquico?
Something like that.
Dr. Garbanzo.
But yes, Ryan did make a doctor character that has never been met by anyone. But that's okay.
I mean, I feel like there are also a couple other prisoners that we helped escape that we said were on the ship, and they've been slowly just disappearing as Wiggles captures them.
Yeah, so I found the character sheet. Dr. Shifty doesn't come out very often because he feels fears for his life.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's strange that he wouldn't feel safe.
I can't imagine what that's like.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. It's a she, shortish humanoid female, dark hair, magenta eyes. She's an omniphage, so she can shapeshift and eat things with her body.
Oh dear. All right, I never said what color Dave Rake's eyes are. They're yellow.
All right. So you know what? We'll do a scene where you meet Dr. Shifty. You're like walking down a corridor, and you hear someone like go, psst, psst, Pony, over here.
Do I look over in that direction? What do I see?
You see a shortish woman with dark hair, magenta eyes, wearing like a jumpsuit. She is peering at you from an open doorway, and she is motioning you over with some urgency.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Get over here!
I'm doing that at this moment as I'm speaking.
All right, so she just like grabs you by the mane and yanks you into the room and closes the door.
Ow.
Sorry, but my crewmates are dangerous monsters.
Oh, I'm sure they all have good hearts.
Yeah, you would think so, but
Yeah.
you've never seen the spider wrap someone up in her silk, savoring their cries.
No, I certainly haven't. I intend to hopefully keep it that way.
All right, well, stay out of the lower cargo bay because that's where she does it.
Okay. I'll keep that. Don't go in low cargo bay. Okay.
Look, do you have like a saddlebag or something?
Oh yes. It's back in my room.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give you something. She picks up like a hypo spray, and she holds it out to you, and she says, "This
Perfume?
No, this is a tranquilizer."
Oh, that's. I'm glad I asked. That would have been a problem.
Yeah, that would have been a huge problem. But look, this is for your own protection. If you happen to use it, nobody will think lesser of you. Believe me.
I'm sure we could solve any problem that needs solving via nice, friendly discussion.
Okay,
But I'll hold on to it anyway.
That's a fair point but there are some problems that can't be solved with friendly discussions, and you may need to move on to the tranquilizer, and you need to be able to accept that.
Well, I'll hold on to it in case. It'll be Plan C.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ventrifica.
Oh, I'm Daybreak. I'm so sorry I forgot to tell you my name. We usually begin with that, but I was distracted by the mane pulling it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got off on the wrong hoof. Look, I just feel safer in here because I have all the ventilation shafts covered, and there's only one entrance or exit, and I can control who comes and goes.
Oh, well, thank you for allowing me and new friends. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You're welcome anytime. If you need to take refuge in here, if you're ever being hunted by the spider and you've run out of tranquilizer.
Oh, it's okay. Apparently I'm good at stopping him from hunting. I don't know how. I think he didn't like my horn.
You should be careful with misgendering the spider.
Oh goodness. Yes, I'm so sorry.
She gets very upset.
Oh, I didn't mean it. Yes, right. I'm sorry. I only just met her.
I sense someone misgendering me. You hear from outside the door, like 8 feet. At 16 feet, walking through the hallway.
Oh God, it's her. Shh. All this. So Ventrifica like turns off the lights and locks the door. Just stay very quiet. Maybe she'll go away.
Okay, I will.
Maybe it was incorrect pronoun use from up the hall. 16 legs skitter off.
Thank God. But yeah, just know that this bay is here anytime something terrible is going on out there, and you may need to duck and cover.
All right, I'll keep it in mind. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Oh, this is an interesting ship I found. I'll have to report back to the princesses when I can.
Dear Princess Celestia, sometimes people hunt each other for knowledge. All right, so now that Daybreak has met the crew,
for better or worse,
you guys have to get through that gate to the IOTA system. So you know that everybody has to go through an inspection in order to pass the gate. Make sure that they're not carrying any contraband or.
So, guys, about that, I got that shiny new industrial fab for the shop that I'm hooking up, and the guy that set me up with it, Len, great guy, just needed me to do a teensy favor for him. We got this whole box right here with the magnetic attainment at 17% power. That's fine. That's good.
Would you like to engage battery saver mode on your magnetic storage device?
Yes, yeah, definitely. So we're gonna dim the lights on that. Okay. Anywho, this does contain weapons grade ship fuel. He said that he needs us to deliver to the other side of the gate in the IOTA system. So, just saying.
You hear from just above Tongue's head, floating in the darkness. We also have a stolen what's that thing? Chariot or whatever. Like it's a racing.
The shuttle.
Shuttle.
The Corsair.
Oh yeah, we have a big shuttle bay
with the Emperor shuttle in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
We also happen to have a stolen a racing shuttle.
The governor's
with the
shuttle.
Emperor's the governor's sigil on it.
Right.
I've noticed.
Yeah. But the shuttle isn't a volatile explosive that, if detonated at the wrong time, could destabilize the gates. And it's been a while since I was in the guild, but I'm pretty sure that a destabilized gate would destroy the system.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying they tend to frown. So how are we doing this? That's what I'm really asking.
Actually, look, when you say that, Blort kind of wakes up. He's passed out over the Emperor's space station or spaceship, the front of it, and he wakes up. He goes, "Yeah, blowing up a gate will kill the whole system."
Yeah, see, even Blort knows.
Wiggles looks pensive for a moment, and to the extent that it has a head, it nods its head as if it's putting that little fact away for in its knowledge database. Good to know.
I've killed lots of systems.
Oh God.
Okay, that is disturbing. So what's our smuggling plan? We don't exactly have a smuggling ship. Anyone? Plan?
Chris.
Could we just drive faster than the people who are trying to stop us from doing that? I like going fast.
I I point with one of my 16 legs and say, "That goes fast."
Right, but we're not on that.
But if they're chasing that, they can't chase this. And then Wiggles points downwards at our ship.
But then we lose the racing ship that we were going to sell.
Not if
or
that is faster.
Does Blort fit on the racing ship?
What is that?
Yeah, I was very careful to write Ryan and tell him that he can fit through most holes and that he can fit in most things, but he takes up all the room.
So can other people fit in the racing ship if Blort is in there?
They might need like what is it?
Tight fit.
They might need breathing equipment. Like it might be good to wear like a space suit because he might take up all the air room.
All right, so it's probably not an ideal idea to sell the big ship and get on the racing ship.
No, the big ship is where all our stuff is.
No, we need to keep this big ship because it's actually an incredible ship, much better than the other one.
We put the contraband on the racing ship. I wake up the idiot Mill or whatever his name is. He can drive. He drives this one through the gate, and we take the racing ship.
Take the racing ship where?
Through the gate. It's faster.
Right.
We just put all the wanted people and illegal stuff on the quick ship and let all the other stuff go through on the slow one.
Hold on. Don't we have a different shuttle? Do we have another shuttle?
I believe so.
Chris has the.
We have a shuttle bay.
Oh yeah, no, we have a shuttle. Ship gear,
Yeah.
shuttle.
So basically, we have a crappy shuttle and we have the Emperor's shuttle.
Yeah.
So just bear that in mind as you consider this plan.
The Emperor's racing shuttle. I just want to point out that
the
adjective.
Governor's racing shuttle.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a Ferrari or one of those like souped up cars that doesn't actually have much space in it, and has not much fuel economy, but it's like an impulse buy when you have the cred and the.
It's an air bubble strapped to an engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're gonna sacrifice a shuttle, we have a less cool shuttle.
We have a Ferrari and we have an '89 Honda minivan. Like,
I was planning on sacrificing the Ferrari. I was planning on outrunning people and keeping it.
Yeah, the whole out of character. Yeah. The idea was that this was going to be like a flying like focus game, right? So why not use the thing we've got that is a racer, and you do that.
They just like send word through the gate and be like, "Hey, shoot them when they come through."
Well, hold on. The ship that we're in is still better than the Ferrari shuttle.
Yeah,
the ship by a long shot. This ship has a hyperdrive. It has multiple weapons. It has armor. It's almost infinitely big.
Yeah, but I'm not saying ditch the ship. I'm saying everyone who isn't wanted. So some of those people we saved, right?
No,
and
we're all wanted.
Yeah, I think
everyone except Eric.
Yay!
Yeah, and Eric.
So here's the thing. You guys are all over the news because you busted out of a prison and basically depressurized the whole thing. So a lot of people died.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
So there
a lot of Imperial soldiers.
Yeah, the hegemon soldiers. House Malclaith is not a big fan of you guys. So here's what you got to do. If you want to go through by stealth, you can do that, but you got to find a way to hide the contraband cargo that you've got and disguise yourselves because they're gonna do like a sweep of the ship, and they may board you.
It's not a great option,
right?
Guys.
You'd also have to disguise the governor's shuttle somehow, so that they wouldn't recognize it, or do something else with it. If you did take all the contraband and stuff and shove it into the shuttle, it would be kind of dangerous because the shuttle doesn't have very much armor. So, like, a good hit would probably cause a really massive explosion.
Well, okay, so in theory, we don't need to actually put the contraband in the shuttle if the
Right.
shuttle is a distraction
Right.
to allow the bigger ship to get through.
But I would say that yes, the distraction part of that plan could work. The shuttle is fast enough and zippy enough that it could get through the gate before the Starsmith's Guild shuts it down.
So the gate travel, we just fly through and come out somewhere else on the other side?
Yeah. It's gate to gate. So basically, like, they kind of have to they moderate the travel lanes so that people don't materialize into other ships when they fly through. And it is kind of like a customs checkpoint where the hegemony makes sure that nobody's taking illegal cargo, or there are no fugitives. It's kind of a choke point.
Is it always on? Could you theoretically just go through it without being checked out?
Yes, you could, but so it is the gates are a precursor artifact.
Yes.
So nobody really knows how they work. They were just left over from a previous alien civilization.
But the hegemon doesn't just like flip it on and off. It's just always on.
I would say they have kind of like if you've seen Stargate, they have like the iris that they can close.
Mm-hmm.
But the ship that you have is fast enough that it could thread the needle. The hegemon's racing craft.
So, but we also need to get the big ship through the gate. So I would say that's why we have a speaker on board to make it seem like we're just some rich kid fucking around, which distracts them for a while, and then we have a mechanic to maybe shut down whatever they can do to close the iris.
No, we also have the gravity technology too. You're right.
Yeah, you guys have that gravity beam, so you could do something.
Which is illegal?
Yes, it is. Or it's not civilian, at least.
Yeah.
Weapons are illegal too, aren't they? I don't have the ship sheet. I know we've got some illegal modifications.
It's the graviton.
Illegal or not?
Like, we can affect gravity in ways other people can't. Like, we're breaking rules over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine like a bunch of spaceships, like kind of around the gate, like as the cops that are inspecting the other things that go in. So we use the racer as a distraction to like lure them away, like it's racing all around things, going through obstacles. So they're lured away while ships are going through without basically being checked. At some point, we make it like we have to use the speaker to convince them, oh, you don't need to shut the gate, something else is going on.
Right.
You would really upset some dignitary or something. And then if that fails, then we have the mechanic to like hack into their system or something like that.
We also have the shitty shuttle too, the one we can just throw away.
Why would we just throw it away though?
Because we have the Emperor's shuttle, which is undoubtedly better.
Yeah, sometimes having a shitty shuttle is good though.
Yeah, that's true. That's a valid point.
Like, if we're gonna land on a shitty backwater planet with lots of criminals, we don't want to put in a Ferrari.
No, but we could sell the Ferrari.
That too. Oh yeah, no, we definitely need to keep that thing.
I mean, ideally, we like hot.
Is Chris allowed to ride both of those children at the same time if he takes stress? Could he pilot both ships?
He couldn't like tear himself in half to do that.
No, he's one.
Is he like a starfish that can regenerate from both?
I don't know. He's kind of.
I kind of assumed that the brain plugs reproduced asexually like that. Kind of. And then there's two of them.
Gross.
Well, can he do that? Can he spend experience to reproduce?
What if we just run the fucking blockade? We're in a combat ship.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
All right. So, do you guys want to do anything to prep for that? You could try to find out more information about like the checkpoint. You could, I don't know, try to acquire another asset. You got a fake transponder for the ship, so that'll hold up. But like,
Yeah, can I? So instead of sending the racing ship out to make a distraction, I'm going to try to hack into their security system so I can like set off alarms and just trick them into thinking something's going on.
okay,
So I'm like, oh, I'm going to set off the fire alarms upstairs so all the guards go up there, but there's no fire, except it would be not fire alarms.
yeah.
So I'm gonna I've got 2 dice. Should I push myself? Or maybe take a devil's bargain? No, I'll just roll the 2 dice. Huh. Oh, well.
Did it go well?
I got 2 1s.
Oh,
So you're saying no?
No, it did not go well.
Well, you also didn't wait for me to tell you what your position was and
I
your
did
level of effect.
I should re-roll then.
So hang on a second. I would say that would have been definitely a risky position. Probably fairly limited effect because if you're not like in the neighborhood in the general vicinity.
So I should re-roll, right? Now that I know what the stakes are.
No.
Alex just disconnects from the call.
All right. So here's the thing. You can get entry to their computer system from this far out, but there's kind of still the light speed delay, and it takes you a few minutes to like enter in any of the queries and stuff. It's kind of difficult to hack at this distance. Given the delay, they have a lot more time to respond to things. And you think you're okay, but then you kind of trigger a security response, and you get locked out. So you're not sure what that means for the security, but they are aware that somebody was trying to. They're definitely aware that somebody was trying to mess with their system.
It'll be fine. Anyone else want to try something that's going to be super successful?
I'm going to start a clock, gate security on alert. It's a 4 o'clock, and I'm going to mark off 2 segments.
What? Why would that happen?
Sounds like they might be onto us. Maybe we should just go like as fast as we can then.
So spiders apparently can require less oxygen than people do. Therefore, they can go hours, even days without breathing. I would like to go out onto the exterior of the ship and use my my Xeno character trait to sense vibrations in the way to tell what kind of ships they have guarding the gate.
Okay. So
attune.
What are you? Yeah, if you're using attune, all right. So that is going to be, I think, a risky move, but standard effect.
A risky move for standard effect. Okay. 4.
Okay. Okay. So I'll let you choose, Steve. Does Wiggles suffer harm from her time outside of the airlock, outside of pressure? or does she only get like a vague sense of what the security measures are?
I'll do the harm. Wait,
Okay.
so for harm, I roll prowess, right, to defend?
Yeah, you can resist it if you like.
Yeah, so I'll take the harm and try to resist it.
Okay. So this is going to be level 1 harm. I'm going to call it frozen.
Yeah, I think I slightly underestimated how cold it would be outside, despite the lack of need for oxygen.
So you roll your prowess. I think you take 6 stress minus whatever you roll to resist it.
I roll a 6. I rolled a 6.
Okay, so you don't take any stress, and you resist the cold.
Okay.
You see that they have like there's basically like a big dreadnought, like a battleship type of thing, it patrolling around the gate. It mostly keeps station. Mostly, they do maneuver it around occasionally, but they also they do have like some fighters if they need to chase people down, and they have little patrol ships that are not nearly as heavy as the dreadnought, which is mostly there for just like intimidation purposes. But you think if you really wanted to run the checkpoint, you could probably do it before they could scramble the fighters, because most of that is aboard the battleship.
Okay. So
Wiggles claws her way back to the airlock and cycles through and comes back with that information.
That sounds fine. We'll be fine.
We could hit the battleship first.
Yeah, we could. What's the range like on our weapons?
I don't know if things are that specific, but yeah, you could probably strafe it. Hang on a second. Let me look.
Chris, you're the pilot. Do you want to fight a battleship or not?
Which weapons do you guys have?
We have particle
cannons and a gravitic field generator.
See, I'm thinking
that's under engines. The gravity generator, I think.
It is, but we can use it offensively, theoretically.
Yeah. I'm thinking that Tongue reverses the polarity on the gravitic field generator to make an anti-gravity field around us, so anything that gets close gets pushed away.
No, you should be able to use that defensively, I would think.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But that would be like probably a role for Alex's character to
That was just my thought. We could repel stuff.
Yeah, that's like an mid battle engine room.
Yep.
Type of action.
My thought, so.
Yeah. Also, you know that like the battleship is there mostly for show. If they did train their guns on you guys, the firing solution would obliterate most of the people. Most of the ships waiting in line for the gate. So it's not exactly an effective weapon there.
Wiggle says we could also launch Tongue onto their bridge again and just take the battleship.
No, you don't launch me.
I mean, Blort. I forget humanoid names. You all look alike.
Blort. I agree. We do all look alike. Blort does not look like us.
You're both an odd shade of green. I don't see the difference.
I'm not green.
Are we certain there's no diplomatic, friendly way to solve this issue?
There you go.
Well,
Yes, he should let me hunt him.
that's not that issue. The gates.
Oh.
And no, you can't hunt me.
So just a note to Alex, I think in the first game I was playing with this stupid Scottish accent, and I said it was because the translating bots didn't translate my language.
Why did you stop doing that?
I think the reason that I'm speaking normally now is because
You lost your accent in a bed.
I agreed not to kill Alex if he would fix the translation bots. So that's the reason I agreed not to kill him, so he can fuck with my accent now whenever I hunt him.
Oh, okay.
Well, switch him to Welsh.
I don't know what Welsh sounds like. Don't do that.
It's a little sing-songy.
Let's keep it with Scottish.
All right. So unless anyone has anything else to do that they want to do beforehand, it sounds like you guys are going for an assault plan and that your point of attack is the dreadnought.
That sounds like.
That sounds brilliant to me.
Yeah.
But my character sleeps through this whole conversation.
I mean, I don't see how it could possibly go wrong. So yeah, let's do it.
Destabilizing the gate will kill the whole system.
And then he just went back to sleep.
I'm just saying, have Blort in front of the gravatic generator just in case.
In case we need to launch him out.
Blort's always ready to be launched, I think.
All right. So this is a fortune roll. I'm going to say that you guys do have the element of surprise going for you, so that gives you an extra die. But you did kind of alert security that something might be going on, so they are at high alert. So somebody roll me 1d6. Eric, you're new, so roll me a d6 and tell me what you get.
All right, let me load up the thing. Hold on. I have to get to the server. And /R1d6. 3.
3. Okay.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
All right.
How many of us did I kill?
Actually,
3.
hold on. What was that roll for? What was that? That was our luck roll for this.
Yeah,
this
so
mission?
that's engagement. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
fortune favors the bold, and this is definitely
Use a
bold.
gambit. Use a gambit.
Use a gambit.
How do I do that?
Roll
You tell-
another d6.
Yeah, you tell Chris you want to use a gambit.
Chris, I want to use... Oh, why did you tell me to tell Chris? He's never going to say yes to me.
No, I am. It's going to be good for me.
All right, so I roll
We all want the gambits, but give him another roll.
another d6?
Yeah.
5.
Much better.
That's a success.
Yes, we should remember to always use a gambit on that roll, since it's the only 1d6 roll that we're like stuck with for the entire.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that we cut to the immense House Malclaith dreadnought. It's got the house symbol painted in green, emblazoned on its hull. It is slinking massively and silently through the darkness of space, and the scene is broken by a series of explosions. So I'll let you guys pick. What major system on the dreadnought would you want to disable?
Oh, I bet the weapons is a great choice.
Well, no, we already said the weapons aren't going to be very useful, because if they shoot at us, they're going to shoot at every ship.
The bay doors.
Yeah,
The
I was gonna
fighter
say
bay doors.
Fighter bay, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh, load up FTL, and we'll just see what the first problem is.
Yeah, that's what I was basing mine on. I always go to the weapons in FTL.
Yeah.
Or the shields. Do they have a shield?
I think we have shields.
We do have a shield.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a
Our
shield.
ship is fucking dope.
I would imagine if we have it, they have like 5 of them.
So maybe we should take the shields out.
Well, we're not staying to destroy the battleship.
Right.
Yeah.
We're disabling it and then running away.
Oh, well, then definitely the engines.
Oh,
Well,
I thought we were stealing the battleship.
No.
Because it can launch fighters, which would be the biggest problem for us. So if we disable their fighter bays, then they can't launch fighters at us, and then they can't shoot us. And we're definitely faster than the battleship.
All right.
I think we should just have Eric convince them to not search us and let us go through the gate.
Well, you already fired on them. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Never too late.
Yeah,
Try now.
you guys took out the bay doors. So it's going to be a 4 count. I started at 4 o'clock until they're repaired and they can launch fighters. But Eric rolled a 5. So security knows
eventually.
Yeah. So that's a complication. Security is able to respond, and they are closing the iris. So it's a big gate. They've got multiple lines of through traffic that go through it. So it will take quite some time for the iris to close. So I started at 8 o'clock with and I marked off 2 segments. So you can see that the iris is already starting to contract. And 2 of the bigger patrol ships are maneuvering their way between you and the gate, and someone is hailing you. One of the lead patrol ships.
I look at the pony
Yes.
and I say, "Are you good at speaking
Oh, absolutely.
and convincing others of things?"
Oh, you don't know the friendship problems I've helped solve back home. We had some very ornery
Yes or no?
ponies.
We're on a time scared. We're on a time restraint here.
You are the governor. We've kidnapped you and your ship. We have the ship as proof. They shouldn't fire on us because you are on board.
We rescued you. No, wait. No, we kidnapped you because we just fired on
Yes.
them.
Okay. That I think I could do that.
Is the governor a pony?
Voice only.
We answer the hail from the governor's shuttle, which is inside of our ship, so that they'll realize that the governor's shuttle is inside of our ship.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to convince them that you captured me and I'm a governor, and not to shoot us because they'll harm me.
The governor.
The governor.
We disable the video, and then they just hear rustling at the beginning, and I say, "Sit, tell them."
Yes. Hello. Are we connected? Oh goodness. Please do not fire on us. They've taken me captive, and we need to. I know it sounds awful, but we need to get through safely. Please don't fire on us. We can't. Excuse me. Please. I'm the governor. You can't harm the governor. It will be a great issue to all of our people if you harm us. Please, we have to let this go through.
I'd like to attune to the way and and give a little oomph to this.
Okay, so you're basically creating a little advantage there.
Yeah, I have a ability called side dancing. You may push yourself to cloud a target's mind and sway them in the face of contradictory evidence. Spend 1 stress for each additional feature. So they have vague memories of the event as one type of feature. It works on a small group. So I'd like to convince everybody on the bridge of whatever ship we're transmitting to.
Okay.
So that they are actually seeing the governor on their holo video display or whatever.
Okay.
So push myself. So that's 2 stress, right? And then I'll spend 1 for the group and maybe 1 for the distance.
Sounds good.
Fair?
Yeah, that does sound fair.
Al, please don't poke so hard with that thing. I'm telling them everything.
So let's see how Steve does on his roll first.
Use our last gambit. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll use a gambit.
So Wiggles, I'm going to say that's going to be a risky move for limited effect.
Risky move for limited effect. I'd like to trade effect for whatever.
Position for effect. Okay, so it's a desperate position now for standard effect.
And so I've already pushed myself, so I can't push myself again, right?
No.
For the extra die.
You can take a devil's bargain.
What would the devil's bargain be? Harm, maybe?
Let me see.
Way stress?
We decide what the devil's bargain is.
Well, anybody can suggest anything. I don't happen to have an idea at this moment, but does anyone have an idea for a devil's bargain that we can give to Wiggles?
Wiggles, you do it, but you wind up convincing yourself that Morningstar is the governor.
Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Whatever.
Close enough.
Right.
I have another idea if you want.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, he gets to pick the one that he wants.
Yeah. You have a couple of those random crew members we have like tied up or silked up in your room, right?
Yeah.
So maybe one of them not quite dead yet. You kind of had in a trance and you lose concentration. So the one in the trance escapes and comes after you.
Oh, they're all in trances. None of them are dead. They're all in trances.
Okay, so you lose.
I lose all of my prey.
and one of them shakes the trance off.
Okay, and now I have an enemy on the ship who's hunting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is probably going to try to fuck things up for you guys. I like that one. But
Yeah, you
I
can
like
choose,
that
man.
too.
Whatever you like more. That one?
Yeah. I like that. So if you take the devil's bargain, one of your trance victims will wake up and cause trouble.
All right, I rolled a 6 then. I took it.
Okay. Just 1 6, or was it a critical?
6, 5, 5, 2.
Okay, so just 1 6. So you do it. There was a transport ship maneuvering in between you. I'm going to say that gives. They do see that it's coming from the governor's transponder. The response is coming from the governor's shuttle. And with your assists, that'll give Daybreak an extra 2D on her roll to persuade. So which action are you using to persuade?
Sway is much. Sway seems like the right one, and I have the most stats in it. I have 3.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? I'm going to take one of those dice away and change that up. I'm going to say that'll give you. It'll bump your effect from limited to standard. It's still a risky move, though.
I don't remember what any of that means, so just tell me what I'm rolling.
Roll 4 dice.
Trade position for effect.
All right, 46.
Are you trading position for effect?
He's already at what limited? What was it? Limited or standard effect?
He's at standard effect now. So the only reason he was at limited effect is because you had the governor's shuttle. But with Wiggles' mindfuckery, that's going to bump that up. And the shuttle, it's giving him an extra die.
I mean, he's already 4 dice. Do you really want him to make it?
So just so you understand, trading position for effect means you get a better outcome if you succeed, but there's more risk if you fail.
Oh.
Right? Like it's gonna something worse is gonna happen if you fail, but if you succeed, something much better is going to happen.
No. Okay, that was a desperate effect. That was a desperate position, so we don't add a gambit.
No, we don't because we spent the gambit.
I
get an XP. You get an XP if you roll a desperate
action.
Yeah, you get an XP. Yeah. But we don't get a gambit.
All right.
So, Eric, what's your decision? Will you
well,
trade position for effect?
I kind of already rolled the dice about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I was trying to interject and I couldn't.
All right. So how did you do?
I got 2 6s and 2 2s. It makes a total of 16, but I don't know if that matters.
Okay. Well, you do it with increased effect anyway. So you add a gambit. So you guys get an extra one of those, Chris, if you want to mark that down. And you have what is it called?
Succeeded.
Yeah, increased effect, great effect. That's the language they use in the game.
That's the ticket.
Yeah, you got a critical success, man.
Yay!
And you mark XP for that, I think, right? Eric does.
Yeah, I think no, it doesn't say
No,
that.
only for desperate rolls, I think.
Critical, you do it with increased effect and add a gambit if you haven't spent one on this roll. So no extra XP.
Oh, right. You get the gambit for that, and you get a right
XP for a desperate action. Yeah. All right. So in that case, the ships, the patrol ships, begin to they start to intercept you. But they wave off. So they don't like immediately open fire because as far as they know, the governor's on board.
I feel like some ships saw the governor. One ship saw the governor, and they're like, but every other ship is like they just heard the audio and didn't see anything. So they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Didn't even sound like the governor. So there's just like chaos, you know.
Right. It's creating confusion.
And the chaos, they shoot each other and die. Right?
No.
Could be.
One of the ship is like convinced that the governor is on there. Stand down! You're the enemy of the empire.
Yeah, you do hear them over the comm connection, like hailing their other ships and saying, you know, they've got the governor on board. Stand down. You know, you hear, what are you talking about? That's you know, they're transmitting audio only.
That space battle from the season 3 of The Expanse is like happening on the other side of this right now.
A little bit. So they aren't immediately like opening fire on you and completely obliterating you. The two ships are kind of like taking up position, like they're not blocking your entry to the gate anymore, but they are you know, basically bearing down on you with their weapons. So the captain said, or the person on the other end of the comm says, "All right, listen. My name is Lieutenant Brell. I am in the 5th Regiment. Your Excellency, are you okay?"
Oh, well, okay isn't. I mean,
have they harmed you?
At the moment, no, but I'm very afraid that if things don't go right, they may.
Okay. I'm speaking now to the captors. Who are you, and what do you want? We'll pay whatever ransom you want in exchange for the governor's life.
I'm Blort. I'm a Glurm.
Who gave him the communicator?
You will escort us through the gate to somewhere.
Just let us go. Don't need an escort.
No hegemonic presence, and then dock with us. And one by one, you will enter our ship. Separated by about 5 minutes in between each person who comes on board.
I'm hungry.
I look back to the others and I say, it takes me 5 minutes to fully capture someone in web.
Please clearly mark your spines before entering the ship.
Okay, listen.
Tongue is in the engine room, face palming so hard.
I understand this.
Oh my god.
I understand that you guys are in control. You have all the power, but we're talking about the governor of the sector. Like,
Yes. Would you like to bargain with the governor's life?
Absolutely not. But I'm willing to pay you from the House Malachite coffers whatever price you want in exchange for the governor's life.
I'm going to say on
50 million cred.
I'm going to try to be a little brave. Don't give them too much. It's just one life. She's trying to be convincing, but like she still wants us to succeed. Don't give it to their demands. They're these dirty scum. Ow! I'm sorry.
I was actually hitting the Daybreak there.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Nice. Synchronicity.
Tongue comes onto just like the personal ship comms. Hey, maybe they're stalling for time, so maybe we should just tell them we want to go through the gate and we'll give them the governor back on the other side and then get the fuck out of here, huh?
Well,
I assume we're moving in the direction of the gate this entire time.
Well, that's what Yeast. What are you doing? Like I said, the ships are kind of taking up position around you, but they haven't fired on you yet. So what do you do?
No, we didn't stop, right? We've been moving.
Yeah, we were moving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going faster toward the gate.
Okay, so you're like hitting the gas.
Yeah.
Evasive maneuvers while we
All
bargain.
Right. So I'm gonna say that's a risky maneuver. What skill are you using? What action?
Helm.
Okay, that's standard effect, risky position.
Okay. And I roll one die for each little triangle I have, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And if you want to take a devil's bargain, you can do that, or you can push yourself for 2 stress. I think it is.
And we have 1 gambit now.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Push.
three
You
gambits,
should.
4 gambits now. We had 4, we used 1, and then we got 1 back.
Yeah, but you reset to 2 at the beginning of every job.
Oh. All right, well, then we have 2 gambits now.
No, we have 1 gambit now.
We have 1 gambit, but you should push yourself for 2 stress and just go all out.
We used the other gambit.
I think I used 2. I used 1 at the beginning, and then I used 1.
Eric used 1, and Steve used 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I want to use my skill, Exceed Specs, so I can damage a system I have access to in order to gain 1d or 1 plus effect to a roll.
Okay.
So I think the effect is probably the better one to take, right?
Yeah, that would be great effect. What system are you going to damage? The engines?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'll damage the engines.
How many dots do you have in engines?
What's that? And I can push myself to take 2 stress or a devil's bargain, so I get a bonus die for that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Why
All
not?
right.
Yeah, go all out.
So, Tongue, as you call over the comms, you get a warning light from the engine. Caution: power output exceeds maximum recommended level. And then like rivets start popping, and you hear
Steam.
the
Much steam.
basically. Klaxon starts going off, and there's a red light that's blinking.
What are you doing to my ship?
All right, so I rolled 642.
Okay.
You take the what is it? You take the 4?
No, the highest.
The highest. Oh, okay.
So you do it. You roll the 6.
Yeah, I did good then.
You generate another gambit for the ship.
Ooh. So now we're at 2. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you accelerate like around the ship that was trying to block you in, I'd say you've got like 2 more rounds, quote unquote rounds, before you actually cross the gate. I'm going to mark off a segment on the iris closed clock just to represent that a time unit has gone by.
How many segments are marked?
3 out of 8.
3 of 8. Okay.
So you've got a while before the gate closes.
It's half there.
Yeah, we're doing great, guys.
Yeah.
Can I try to fix the engines?
Sure. Go ahead. What are you using?
Probably rig.
All right. So you've got. I'm going to say that is going to be a controlled position, but limited effect, because he's really pushing this thing into the red.
Yeah. So I'm going to use one of my abilities lets me use my special armor to resist a consequence from machines breaking or being damaged, or to push myself when repairing or building a machine.
Okay.
I'm going to tick that off to push myself for another die.
All right. So basically, here's the way this will. Yeah. Here's the way this will work. If you fail, the ship's engines take a damage.
Okay. Well, then I better not fail. I got a 6.
You got a 6. Nice. So you managed to keep things under control. You close and open the right valves. You dump some of the excess pressure. You remodulate the fusion reactor.
And I reverse the polarity on the polarizer.
Right. So you see all your gauges start. They dip back into the yellow. They're still pretty. You're running pretty hot here, but
Does that repair the damage that Chris caused?
Yeah, that was basically you were resisting that consequence.
Nice.
So since you went and just like rocketed past them, these ships are going to open fire on you now. You get an alert on your view screen that the ships behind you are charging weapons and preparing to fire. And you hear the Lieutenant Brell on the other end of the communicator says, "Stop! What are you doing?" He's lost his cool.
What is that? My starting ability. When you, I mean, it's too late now. You have potency on all speed-related rolls. That probably applied the last time.
Yeah, so that's potency. I believe gives you increased effect.
All right. Well, next time.
So what are you guys doing in the shuttle?
So, how much is the shuttle worth?
Quite a bit, I would say.
$5.
A good score is probably like 8 to 10 cred, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the shuttle is probably worth like 2 good scores. It's fairly expensive.
Damn.
I say over the feed, transfer 30 cred to us, and we will leave the governor and his vessel on the other side of the gate.
All right. What are you rolling with?
Sway?
Sure. I'm going to say risky position, limited effect.
Risky position, limited effect.
You got to really sell it.
So I will push myself, and as I'm doing it, I will pull back star. What is it? Sun breaks. Daybreak. All you ponies have similar names. I will pull back Daybreak's head and kind of menacingly, do my whole proboscis things around them.
Okay, so you're
Just
gonna
tell
scare the
them-
shit out of her.
Oh, that
Yeah.
definitely
So
scares
they're
her.
really whimpering. And can I get an assist from Daybreak via that method?
Can I?
Sure.
What would I do to assist?
I think that just implicates you in the consequences if they're
Oh,
rolled.
thanks.
But you get to make that. You get to make that choice.
Yo, they
Hang on.
take stress.
You take,
You take one stress.
Give the player 1d. You might also suffer consequences in the roll. Only one person may assist in a roll. So if you want to, you take a stress and you really sell it.
Yeah, I'll help with that.
All right.
She
so
lets out a cry of pain as she's mandibled.
All right. So then I'd like to trade position for effect again.
Okay, so you're desperate and you're up to standard,
All right.
and you've got an
Oh,
extra
I
die.
did it wrong. 2 because I pushed myself as well.
Well, aren't you something? Aren't you?
4. I rolled a 4.
Nice. All right. So the lieutenant does get everybody to stand down when he hears the governor's cry of pain, and you hear from the other side of the comm, okay, just don't hurt Governor Malclaith. We will get your money for you. And everybody stand down! Everybody stand down! He's shouting. So they're not going to fire at you, but from behind you,
A feral human emerges from the shadows.
wielding an improvised weapon, and you hear that person shout, "Die, you motherfucker! Die!" as they lunge at you with like a piece of pipe or something.
Okay.
So we'll leave you guys there. You just see this like really pale looking guy with like bits of webbing dripping off of him and bits of his skin eaten away by it. His clothing is sort of fused into it with a pipe. And he has run up into the shuttle and is menacing you with it, or is about to hit you. So Blort, we haven't heard from you. What are you up to at this bit?
Blort is on the main ship and he's asleep. He's fine.
Hey, now that I've realized this, we forgot to pick a load. We should probably do that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't make sense for any of us to not take heavy, but
Yeah.
Because you're all going on the ship. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So Eric, that's any time you want, you can mark off an item on your ship up to the number of the load that you picked.
I guess I'm picking 6, like you said.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. It would be usually if we're doing like an infiltration thing, you'd want to go with a light load because it's less obvious. But we're on our own ship, and
you guys started this out by blowing up part of a battleship. So
Stealth is out of the question.
yeah, pretty much. So Blort's just kind of taking a snooze. Yeast. The angry blinking indicators on your 3-dimensional radar kind of go out as the ships behind you have taken their weapons down, but the iris is still closing and they are still in pursuit. So what do you do? Just gonna keep going.
How much of an asshole should I be? Now that they're not going to shoot us, should I shoot one of them? Or should I I should probably just concentrate on getting out of here as fast as possible.
Your call.
Yeah.
I'd say getting out of there, but that's just me.
Yeah. Now I want to shoot one of them because
I was
Eric's
just
wrong.
gonna say. I was
That's
just
what I
gonna
would
say, and when do you agree with me?
All right. Well, I'll keep going fast.
Okay. So this turn, I'll let you go. For free. Next turn, you're going to encounter a complication, and that is that you are like skipping a queue of ships that are waiting to pass through. So you're going to need to like dodge and weave between them
Okay.
in order to hit the area of the gate that you need to pass through.
But that's next time.
That's next turn. Yeah. All right. So we're moving another. The iris is about half closed now. Some of the other ships are veering off. Wiggles and Daybreak. Daybreak not so much, but Wiggles, you've got a dude with a pipe who just broke out of your webbing, attacking you. So what do you do?
Scrap.
All right.
I will push myself.
Okay.
What is my?
Sorry.
outlook?
I'm going to say that's going to be risky position, but standard effect.
Position for effect.
Sure. Desperate, and now you're great effect.
3d6. And I roll a 4 again.
Nice.
So what is that? What's that outcome on a 4?
For a desperate situation, hang on a second. Okay. So I will let you deal harm, but he is also going to deal harm. So I'm going to say that you're going to take level 2 harm, and that's going to be punctured thorax because he's just like stabbing you with the jagged end of a broken pipe.
So I was planning to basically let him hit me.
Okay.
And then I was going to pull out my fine melee weapon, which is it's like a ball. So he basically comes in my range kind of to hit me. And then I reach around him with my basically 8 of my 16 arms and pull out this ball, like pull on it with those 8 arms, and it like wire basically extends out from like a central thing.
Okay.
And if you recall it's like an apple core almost that I use to chop people up into fine mist.
Wow.
And then I would like to pull that in towards myself to slice and dice to the extent that I can.
All right. So I'm going to say, since you got great effect, he's most of the way dead. Like you shear off one of his arms. He's bleeding very badly. If there's a comic moment where Daybreak is spattered in blood.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
how do I spend
have more
armor?
to bet now.
So how does spending armor work?
You spend armor to negate damage.
Okay, so I have 2 boxes of armor. So do I?
Yeah, you mark one off, and then basically you say, well, that pipe didn't actually puncture my thorax. It just glanced off my armor.
Yeah.
No,
So
you have 1 armor.
Okay, but I hit armor on my load, right?
Yeah.
I check both of those boxes, and then I basically check a box of armor off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's usually only 1 box.
And how does heavy work?
So that lets you check a number of boxes equal to your heavy load, which is 6. So you can basically use 6 items.
No, heavy armor is only some
armor.
people have it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you meant the heavy load.
Yeah, and only some people have special armor as well.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'll check my box of armor.
All right. So you do not get harmed, but he gets very harmed. He's still alive though, and he's going to take one final desperate action to take you with him.
Can I do something to help?
Yeah, sure. What are you doing, Daybreak?
Can I try to?
Who will you help?
What?
Who are you going to help?
Oh, you. I don't know what this. Huh? I don't know.
I love it.
You're
I
my
love it.
partner.
Yeah.
Friendship is magic. I look at you and I say, friendship is magic.
I'd like to try to a flash of my unicorn magic light and blind him.
This
Okay.
would be the perfect time to gore him.
So I will say that will have that's a controlled position and great effect.
All right. So, what would I roll for that?
Exactly. What you tell me? What are you using?
I mean, I don't really have any skills that would help here. Scrap is the closest, but I have nothing in it.
So then you.
Not really, just the talker.
So you, if you have no dice, you roll 2d6 and take the worst one. You can always take a devil's bargain for an extra die. You can push yourself for an extra die.
No, you use your highest ability. How do you use your highest ability to make this roll?
Sway?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a distraction, right?
Basically. Yeah.
So it's like a hey, look over here type of thing.
If you're okay with that, that works for me.
I'll drop that down to standard effect then. If you're not doing it like offensively, you're just trying to distract him.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty focused on killing the giant spider.
I'd like to offer a devil's bargain.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Steve has a thing with light.
I have a weakness to light.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know if I can offer a devil's bargain against myself. But
no, you can. You totally can.
So, yeah, if you do it, you're going to inflict a level 2 wound on me, basically. But you'll get an extra dice.
Yeah, and to be fair, there was no way that Daybreak would know that because it's not like Wiggles had said anything about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you want that devil's bargain?
All right.
Do it.
So, what does that do for me?
Gives you an extra die.
So, I'm rolling a total of what?
1.
1 die.
One extra. One extra for your sway.
Because you're rolling sway. Yeah.
So I roll 4d6 since my sway is 3?
Yes.
Okay. 2 6s. And a 2 and a 1.
All right. So you critically succeed.
She mistakenly telekinetically moves the guy into my web.
I'll help you.
Well, you said you were doing a light flash, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you say, hey, look over here.
I have an idea.
What?
Because he's all tangled up in the ropey thing, right?
Yeah.
The light flash makes him have a seizure, and he just kind of jiggles himself around inside the ropes more.
Well, I was going to say that he doesn't attack. He was going to make like a last desperate attack on Wiggles. So he's not going to do that because he's distracted. But as per the devil's bargain, Daybreak says, "Hey, look over here," and both Wiggles and the entangled gentleman unfortunately do, as her flash of light ignites from her horn.
Mm-hmm.
So Wiggles, you get a level 2 harm.
I helped.
Blinded by the unicorn light. Do you want to resist at all?
If I resist, I'm going to take stress, right?
Not necessarily.
Theoretically, but most likely, right? Unless I roll a 6 on resisting.
Yeah, so it's 6 minus whatever you roll on your resist roll.
Yeah, I won't resist. I'll just take the harm.
Okay. So your segmented eyes like burn out as you look over at your new friend who is just helping you out.
You're welcome.
So how does she react to this, Wiggles?
I feel like I immediately retract. So I'm pulling on this thing. So can I roll scrap to basically
kill this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, but instinctively, because I'm pulling at him in all these different directions.
You know what? He's distracted and blinded and not fighting back, so I'll just let you do that for free.
Okay.
You pretty much you shear off his head and his other arm and
oh. She's like trembles and looks away. This is more violence than she's used to. She's not used to very much violence at all.
That's awesome.
I may allow the doctor to live if she agrees to remove your horn.
I need this. I need. Oh God. Okay, I can't look right now. Oh, I'm feeling sick.
And then I cough and say, "By horn, I mean nose. By horn, I mean nose."
I still want that.
If you have not heard over the communicator, I have killed one of the governor's guards. And then I turn the video feedback on and show the remains of this dead person.
I stay out of the picture.
Oh God.
The governor will be next unless we are paid what we are owed.
Please do as
I elbow the pony and say, "Tell them to pay up.
Please just pay up, please."
All right. So go ahead and roll sway. I'll give you an extra die for the dismembered corpse. That's going to be risky position, standard effect.
All right, so 46 because it's 3. All right, and the 6s again. I'm getting good at this 2-6 thing.
Okay, so they say, look, do not harm the governor. We are sending ships to keep pace with you. As soon as you release the governor on the other side, we'll have the cred ready to transmit to an account of your choosing.
Pay now or the governor dies now.
All right.
Half up front. And it is agreed.
All right. So they will do that. Lieutenant Brell says transmit your account to us, and we'll pay half now, half when you release the governor.
I transmit the account.
Okay. You guys make 15 cred.
I immediately shut down the communications, and I tell what's his name? The slug. Yeah, Yeast. Just kill everyone.
Oh God.
So Yeast, again, to get through the gate this time, you're gonna have to like duck and weave through a bunch of ships. Some of them are pretty big. Some of them are about shuttle size. They're all just kind of lined up, ready to pass through the gate, and you have to thread the needle to get through. So what are you doing?
Okay, so this potency on speed related rolls count for this? I mean, I'm just gonna like zip through all the ships.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got that. I'm gonna use my exceed specs again.
Okay.
So I'll damage the engines again.
Right.
And I'll push myself again.
Okay.
So I'll take 2 more stress.
You're rolling helm.
Yes, in a rolling helm.
Okay. So I'm going to say that's going to be a desperate position.
Hold on. I am going to don a spacesuit. And I'm going to go outside of the ship, yet still attach myself to it. I'm going to use my fine sniper rifle to disrupt anything coming in his way.
Okay. So I'll let that go as an assist. What do you think?
Yes.
So
No.
Blort,
I say yes.
Blort takes a stress, but you get an extra die.
All right. So I think that's 4 altogether, right?
I take 2 stress, correct?
2 stress, excuse me.
I've got 2 help. I push
No, for an
myself,
assist, you take 1 stress.
and yeah, 4.
And that's going to be a desperate move, but standard effect.
And I got a 4.
Okay.
Wait, do you keep in mind the potency thing?
Yeah. So that brings you up to great effect.
Yeah. Okay.
So in that case, I'm gonna say that right before, just as you're about to pass through the gate, one of the ship fires at you. One of the ships fires at you, and you damage a system as you slip through the portal. So, Akos, which system gets damaged?
What? You broke out. I didn't hear what you said.
You guys get damaged by ship to ship fire as you go through the portal. So which system gets damaged?
Oh, that expendable system we installed before.
Is
Comms.
the hull a system?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those 4. It's
Comms.
hull, engines.
I don't have the sheet in front of me, so I'll say hull. That makes more sense because
Comms.
shot.
We don't
Oh,
need
fine.
communications.
Comms gets damaged.
All right. So Chris, market damage on engine because you pushed it.
Yep, and 1 on comms.
And comms. So Akos, tongue can resist one of those consequences, but not both at the same time. So which one do you want to focus
How
on?
many hit points does each one have?
Each section of the ship.
98.
The engines have 3 altogether, and the comms have 4 altogether.
Oh, then I'll go for the engine.
All right. So what do you? Like I said, once again, the klaxon starts blaring. It's just as you finish up from your first bout of like repairing shit on the fly.
There we go. Damn it! Stop breaking my ship! Let's see what I get. I don't have my special armor anymore. That's a 6.
All right.
The other was a 1. So good.
So yeah, you can not mark down the point of engine damage, but the comm systems, your main antenna gets knocked out just as you slip through the gate, and then you are out of the Breck system and into the IOTA system. I believe that there is no comms between different sides of the gate, so you just kind of like blast out, and I'm guessing you hit your light speed engines and zip away before the authorities on the other side really have a chance to get at you. All right.
Sounds good.
So yeah, that's a job well done for you guys. So it is rather late.
Yes.
Do we want to go
Yeah.
through profit, heat, and entanglements, and we'll do it like we did last time, and do downtime actions next time?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So I already said you guys made 15 cred off that job by convincing them that your orange pony was the governor.
That's right.
I made 15 cred off this job.
Seems to me like it was a team effort there.
Seems to me like I didn't get a cut last time.
Seems to me like you were asleep.
That's fair. All right, team effort.
Yay, friendship! Also, I still think I'm going to be sick.
So do we want to do 3 each, or do we want to do 2 each and 5 for the ship?
Well, you also have to pay. You have to pay upkeep for the ship, right?
Yeah.
What is that, Chris?
The upkeep is 2.
And if we ever want to like repair the ship and get more modules for the ship, we kind of need money in the ship. So I would say
so 2
2
each,
each and 5 for the ship.
and then 2 of that goes to upkeep, so 3 for the ship.
It looks like the ship only has, it said 4, and then it says debt on top of the other ones.
I think I have to look up the rules specifically. I think you can only hold 4 in the ship. The rest go in like your vault.
Well, we're using 2 of it to pay upkeep. So
I know we've got 2 already.
Oh.
And you wanted to put 5 in, so we'd be getting 3 more, which is 1 more than we could hold, apparently.
I think that 1 goes into your vault.
Where's the vault?
Hang on a sec. I have to look it up because I don't remember exactly how that works. But just make a note that you have 3 additional cred, and we'll figure it out. I'll read it. I'll read the rules. All right. So I'm going to say that you guys get a shitload of heat in the Breck system.
Why?
I don't understand that.
Just the little things you did. Let's see. You didn't kill anybody really. You just defeated things.
Yeah, someone died.
Well, no, but it wasn't like a hegemonic citizen, and nobody knew about it.
There's one ship's bridge that's convinced that we kidnapped and killed the governor and somehow replaced him with a doppelganger.
I'm going to say you get 4 heat for a loud and chaotic job with high exposure, plus 3 heat for damaging a system gate.
Did we damage the gate? But that seems fair, though, I think.
So you damaged that. So that gives you 7 heat. And how much does the wanted clock have?
1,000.
Okay, so you don't quite go up to 3 wanted, but you're almost there. You're 7/8 of the way up to 3 wanted.
You gotta try harder next time, guys.
Oh no! Now I'm wanted. I'm a nice pony.
Eric, can you roll me a d6?
I guess. Five.
Okay. So I'm just going to make a note of this. We'll play this scene out next time. Somebody's going to have to get interrogated.
Well, I would say there's probably a bounty hunter on board that snuck on board or something, since that was our thing from last time.
Yeah.
So maybe someone gets interrogated by the bounty hunter.
I'm happy to get interrogated again. I'll just let the little kid do it again.
We'll do that then. Okay. Faye is on board. So that's the bounty hunter's name. All right, so you guys, make it through the gate. You're in the IOTA system. You've managed to make some money off of that transit. So good for you. And I think we'll call session there. So questions, comments, suggestions, anything you'd like to see more of or less of?
No, it was good.
I think we should probably mark XP because I don't think we did it last time.
So let's do that twice. Chris, there's an XP thing on the ship sheet too. So let's do that first.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's kind of cut off on mine. It says you executed a successful job that opposes hegemonic Oh, domain. Okay, you can see
Dominance.
most of it actually.
Okay.
So I say yes, right?
Yeah, I would say yes.
That's a ship XP. Apparently, we had 6 XP. I wrote XP 6.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that goes on your crew
Job,
XP
everyone.
there.
So we should
Oh,
also
no.
try to recall what we did last time. So we stole the emperor, the governor's ship. So should we get a
Yeah,
tick
I
for
would
that
let
one?
I would let you mark for that as well.
Okay.
You contended with challenges above your current station. Yes, you did.
And last game we did a twofer job where we stole 2 entire different ships, right?
Which was very, very, ambitious. So yeah, I'll give you 2 for that as well.
Is that for us or the ship?
The ship.
Okay.
I feel like we must be bolstering our crew's reputation.
Yeah, I'll just give you 2 for that as well.
Our goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. What's the essential nature of the crew? Strange.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last time we shot a freaking toad through a window, through space, through a hole in a ship. I don't know about this time being strange necessarily. Well, we did do the vision thing where they think an entire ship is convinced that the governor was taken because of us.
Yeah, I'll give you 1 for that. Didn't really do anything. Well, no, you did. All right, 2 for that. So what? How much XP does that give you guys now?
8 plus 6, so 14.
Yeah.
That is 8 plus 6.
All right. So you get to pick another special ability then, or increase your crew quality. I
We
think.
should do that next time.
Yeah.
So and then we should do personal XP real quick, right? Or do you want to do that next time?
You're gonna forget.
Yeah,
We
let's
should do that now.
do it now.
Where do we mark this? Playbook
So
advancement?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you either mark it on playbook advancement or on one of your insight prowess or resolve.
So the little hash marks next to insight, prowess, or resolve, those
Oh.
are your XP. So you can choose to mark one or either that or a playbook advancement.
Okay.
When you fill up a stat, you get to basically put another arrow next to one of the stats. Basically.
Got it.
Yarp. All right, so who wants to go first?
Ryan.
What are the? Hang on. The
They're
personal.
different for everyone.
All right.
You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the. Oh yeah, they are different for everybody. Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Then. You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom or the way.
Yeah, you did. Whatchamacallit, you projected your consciousness out to scope out the situation in the security situation.
So we can get up to 2 for these if we did them multiple times, right?
Yeah.
I also used the way to sense the ships. I don't know. Not really. That seems like a stretch. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I am from a horrifying death cult that worships a terrifying humanoid child.
So yeah, I'd give you that.
You struggled with issues from your vice or trauma during the session.
Oh,
My trauma is that I'm cold, and I feel like I definitely did a couple different things that were pretty cold.
Also, someone escaped from your vice and tried to beat you with a pipe.
So can I mark 2 for that?
Yeah. All right. Who's up next? Pilot sheet is right here. So yeast.
All right. Well, I definitely addressed a tough challenge with speed or flare more than once.
Yep.
I don't think I did the others though. Expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, or struggled with issues from my vice or traumas.
Nah, not really. I'll give you the 2 for the first one though.
All right. I could put those wherever I want, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
All right, I've got the speaker up.
All right. You address a tough challenge with deception or influence. Yeah, I deceived them into thinking I was the governor. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or backgrounds. I mean, she talked a little about her background, but I don't know if it's experience worthy.
Well, you're going to have quite the letter to write to Princess Celestia.
Yes.
Also, the next day you wake up and there is the head of that person who attacked me is outside of your doorway, and scrawled in blood above it on the floor is "Friendship is magic."
Some pig.
And I'd say she's struggled with some trauma, like the whole watching
No, it's
someone.
you get traumas. You have to struggle. It's a specific thing. Like if you take too much damage or stuff, you can get traumas.
Oh, okay.
And when you struggle with that,
then I didn't do any struggling because I didn't get to do my vice or.
But you did wager your own blood in a game of chance, so
that is true.
Take an extra XP for that.
Yay! So I get 2.
Oh man! Now I just realized I'm disappointed we didn't do anything with your vice.
Next time.
Yeah. Muscle.
All right. Let's see here. I didn't do any desperate actions.
I would say you did spend a lot of time sleeping, so I would give you the second one.
What are your beliefs, drives, heritage, and or background?
Apparently, Glurms are very tired.
It takes a lot of energy moving that body around.
Yeah.
Also, you did go crawl out on the ship and snipe people as they were getting too close to the ship. So
I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
He's so quiet.
Michael, Feb.
Oh, he muted himself.
No, I'm back.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay. All right, Chris.
I think Chris went.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so that's. Oh, okay.
So I addressed a tough challenge with technical skill or ingenuity. I fixed the ship. I don't know if that was a tough challenge though.
Yeah, I mean, like while Yeast was pushing the engines into the red.
Yeah, you were breaking it. You were fixing it while I was breaking it. That's pretty tough.
So do I get 1 or 2 for that?
I go with 2.
All right. You express your belief, drives, heritage, or background. I don't think so. Well, I did express how I don't like being hunted by Wiggles.
That slowly is becoming your background.
People on this ship don't like being hunted.
I mean, that doesn't really give you any experience.
Yeah, and I didn't struggle with issues from my vice or trauma.
I think avoiding being hunted gives a person a lot of experience.
Yeah.
It allows you to continue to have experiences, but
I
I mean, you went and gambled. That is kind of struggling with your vice, right?
If I had lost, it would have. I kicked ass.
yeah.
I won so much blood.
Yeah,
won all the
that's true.
blood.
You did get a lot of blood.
Yep. That's all right. 2 XP levels up my insight, so I'm going to. Should I put a 3rd dot in hack or rig?
Oh,
Yeah.
put it in rig. I'm going to be breaking your ship a lot.
Well, technically your ship. I was just calling it my ship because I'm a mechanic.
Well, put it in rig. You're going to be fixing my ship a lot.
I did put it in rig.
I maxed out resolve, so I put 1 in a tune.
Nice.
Are we nominating?
Yeah, everybody can nominate.
I nominate Feb because he was cool enough to sleep through a lot of stuff and let other people take the spotlight this game.
I'm gonna nominate Alex for getting me into the crew. Otherwise, I would just been sitting and listening to you guys play.
Yeah, I'm going to nominate Eric for scaring the spider away before it killed me.
Mine also has to go to Fab for the last game when we shot him into that ship. I might have even. Did we not give the XP last time?
No, we didn't. So I'll give you guys
Okay.
another round of nominations if you want.
Well, both of mine are going to him for that.
I nominate Fab as well for being shot into a ship.
I'm going to nominate Feb for letting me adjust the gravitic cannon to shoot him into a ship.
I'm going to take a guess and say that I don't get a nomination for the game I wasn't in.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be fair.
Well, I nominate Eric for being
Yay.
the voice of reason on this goddamn nightmare ship.
Hooray!
You guys are all
No, he kind of didn't do that this time. He went right along with my craziness.
Well, you're my friends, and you were being attacked.
Yeah.
So I blinded him and also you.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm gonna need to gorge on many humanoids in order to heal this harm.
Oh boy!
Oh, fuck your monster, man! Kill it. Shoot that thing out of a fucking airlock. I'm tired of that thing.
I think Feb may have been drinking again.
Just a little.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna take us out before anything untoward happens. Anyone have any last will thoughts?
Oh, fuck your monster.